All right, let's start. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl, 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 girl. We are down here, girl, and it is Monday. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. I went to see Sinners again yesterday. It was good again, and it was pretty good. So I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta last night as well. I'm trying to find my phone. I watched it last night as well, and I took a few notes, and then we can go and see what the people on the blogs are talking about. It's not, I didn't have a lot to talk about, honestly. When you think about Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm trying to be, I want to be positive. You know, we said we was going to give this season, we're going to give it a chance. Even after Kimora is across the street. She she's gone, and so we're like, okay, we're gonna still try to recap the show and review the show. But this last episode was focused on Portia's trip because it was her birthday. So they went to Nashville. And of course, Portia is acting like a spoiled brat. It's so weird the way she's literally acting like a child, and it's really weird to watch people try to kind of like, Portia, what's wrong? Portia, what's wrong? Portia, what's wrong? And I was just like, that is just a more confirmation for me that she's either dangerous or slow. Like, y'all just let Portia get away with the craziest shit to me, like a child or somebody who's has some kind of developmental delays that you just let get away with stuff, you know? Um, or like somebody who, like, if you don't let them get away with the stuff, they'll become violent. So I don't know what's going on, what Portia's story is, but this episode was not that good. It really wasn't. I don't have very many notes at all. Angela, they're coming off from the night before. Angela and Cynthia are outside. And did you guys like this and like the video? Did I introduce myself? I just came in talking about sinners, huh? Because that was on my mind. Um, Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. We're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta. We have to just get this over with. I just want to hurry up and get it over with. Um, Cynthia and Angela are outside talking. Cynthia does not fit in with this group. I'm just going to be very honest about it. She just doesn't fit in with the group. Now that Kenya's gone, she really doesn't fit in with the group. Even her laying in the bed talking to Portia was so, it didn't feel real to me. Um, and then watching Cynthia like go up for brisket was really weird to watch how she, but I was like, maybe in her head she's trying to keep her job. I was like, what is going on with Cynthia? The way she was like, I mean, I don't know, the way she was talking, I don't know, it's the way that she was talking. She could have said all that stuff that she said without, I don't know, it was just the way that she was talking about it. Anyways, um baby daddies hit different. These women are not used to loyalty. I was trying to be loyal to Drew sitting at the table because they were talking about Drew, and she was like, well, I mean, let's talk. Why are you talking about Drew at the table? I'm gonna stick up for Drew. She's not here. And I don't think that the women are really used to that. I guess they're not, child. Drew shows up. She shows up. Drew and Portia greet each other like nothing. Like, it's okay. I guess Portia said she was gonna not have a big deal. You already invited the girl. It's not gonna be a big deal. So here she is. Portia says she wants to get nice, lit, and tipsy. They end up going to had they split the girls up. Some of them are going to Coyote Ugly, and then some of them are going whiskey tasting. Okay, so they are going to Coyote Ugly, and then Shamia shares. Oh, on the way there, they're in the Sprinter, right? On the way there, and Shamia's in the back. needing some comfort, and I'm like, what's going on with Shamia? So she's in the back, and she looked like she's kind of like fussing. So apparently, now I went back to listen to it, but then when I went back to listen to it, I stopped listening again. So y'all correct me with the story. I guess as the stories go, somebody was trying to. Shamia was married for a year in 2008. Now, remember when Phaedra told her, next time you'll be married longer than a year? Next time, maybe you'll be married longer than a year. Remember that when they was going back and forth? Well, I guess this was the year that Shamia was married. Now, she was married to this guy named King Solomon, because I had to look it up. But I don't know what story she told on this bus, because I was like, Shamia was married before? Then I remembered, I was like, yeah, she was. So then I went to look him up. His name is King Solomon. So evidently he abused her, right? He said they showed a clip of her. So she was married to him for a year in 2008. Now, apparently, somebody is calling her, I guess a woman that he was with, and now she's getting a divorce from the guy. And she's calling her, I guess, to kind of validate, like, you were right about him all along. Is that what happened? I wish more women would do that. There's a lot of women who have to eat crow like that. It's so many women. It's designed like that. If I have the story right, according to what I was listening, it seemed like a woman who got with him after Shamia is calling her to let her know that, girl, you were right about him. Did I hear that story right? Let me know if I heard that story, because that's what I heard. That needs to happen a lot. That should happen a lot, but women don't do that. So many women have, and I feel like I have the story right. So many women will go after, or what, like, you're like, hey, you probably don't want to go with him. Here's a Yelp review. He's a little abusive, and then the girls don't listen, and then they don't listen, and then they end up in the same relationship with the guy, and then they never go back to the woman and be like, oh my god, I am so sorry, girl, I should have listened to you. The girls are not going to do that. This coffee is so good. So that's what was going on with Shamia. So um they're at Coyote Ugly, and then they were asking about, okay, at dinner the night before when Porsha's friends were there, they were asking about, like, why were they asking about Drew? And then Porsha explains, well, because Drew and I are cool with each other and she wasn't there, everybody is trying to figure out why she wasn't there. And that's why they started asking about her. Um, Angela says that Kelly was talking to Drew, was talking about Angela to Drew, and she wanted to know what Drew had to say about it. She don't care that Kelly was talking. She want to know, what was Drew saying, I guess, because her and Drew are supposed to be like alliances because they're from Chicago, I guess. So Shamia says she felt like Angela was trying to set Drew up, which doesn't make sense to me. Shamia and Porsha are like Keystone Cops. Like, I would never like girl, they are dumb together. And that's why I'm telling you, when I'm looking at Shamia and the way she speaks up and like comes to the front, and like literally it's almost as though Porsha knows she doesn't have to say anything. uh, Shamia is going to be like, oh well, let me just say what I need to say. Girl, I'm not even talking to you. Why do you need to talk? It's so crazy that we don't see Portia's hand up Shamia's ass, but Shamia's always talking for Porsha. Always. Well, girl, shut up. Shut up. So that's what Shamia injects that, and Porsha, they both inject that maybe Angela is trying to set up Drew by having Kelly talk shit to her and to see what Drew is going to say in response, or if she's going to come tell Angela. I don't know what kind of hijinks they got going on down at in Atlanta, girl. So then Angela to Drew, um she says Porsha was hurt and she thought she was helping, um but you were playing the victim. Now this is when they were all sitting down, whiskey tasting. So it was Brisket, Cynthia, Angela, and I don't know. Oh, Drew. Was it Drew? No, Drew wasn't there. Yeah, Drew was there. Girl, I don't know. And then it was Porsha. Girl, I don't know how Porsha, Shamia, Kelly, and I don't know. It was somebody else. Anyway. So Angela says to Drew, Porsha was hurt. I thought I was helping. Um, Brisket says, well, you seem like you were playing the victim. And then she says, playing the victim means that when somebody, I guess, calls you to the front, you act like you don't know. What did I do? That's not playing the victim. Not in my experience or from my point of view. So then Brisket decides to bring it back to her and the situation with Kenya. So we don't care.
But we don't care.
Angela says it felt like you were coming across entitled. We thought we were showing up for you. Cynthia said to give the girl some empathy. Cynthia, shut up. That's what I fear. I said, Cynthia, either you just trying to keep your job because you know you don't even belong in this group of women. Like this is a totally, completely different caliber of women. They're like at least 10 years younger than you. This is the wrong situation. Now that Kenya is gone, you don't even like Cynthia, you don't even play the matriarch right. Like you're literally the oldest out of everybody here, at least 10 years. You got at least 10 years on I think you and Porsha. Porsha was what, 42? You're 53 or 54. So yeah. So you got at least 10 years on the girls and you still like, girl, I don't know, trying to figure it out, like you trying to fit in somewhere. It's not it's not giving. I got the matriarch wisdom over here. I didn't even understand why she was laying in the bed with Porsha. I was like, girl, please. Anyways, weird. So she wants the people to have empathy for what happened. She was like, you know, Cynthia was like, you don't know how you would feel if you had your pictures of you sucking dick on a poster board. Girl, that was so funny to me. Cynthia was like, how, you don't know how you would feel. Oh, girl. Okay, let's see. So then they get ready for dinner. That's what I say. I don't have a lot of notes. Then they get ready for dinner, and then everybody's coming out. I don't know what they had on to go wine tasting. I was like, what is going on? Kelly had her ass out again. I was like, y'all just going wine tasting? What do you have on? What is going on? In the middle of the day? Okay, girl, you're on vacation. Okay, girl. So then they're getting ready to go to dinner or have the dinner. Shamia is making jokes about milking. Who do I milk first? And all this thing where Shamia goes, what is that? Like, girl, stop doing that. Stop it. Like, she does it so much. I'm like, why does she feel like she needs to get Why does she feel like she needs to get revved up, girl? Relax. What's going on? She keeps doing that. Like it's like the sound that she makes when she's like she keeps doing it. She even did it at the beginning when she did like she was like doing a guitar motion, like when she was doing the promo shot. Girl, I don't know what is going on with Shamia. I don't. Porsha comes down with an attitude. Like I do not. When I tell you, I do not like Porsha. Is the typical like reminds me of Stassi. Like you are the typical birthday disaster. Like you want the center of attention. Yes, I get it. It's your birthday, but it's gonna be that. It's always that, even if it's not her birthday. She wants the center of attention on her. She comes down with an attitude. They're even asking her, Porsha, what's wrong? Everybody is dressed up. Porsha just has on black, like a little black jumper type situation. So she comes down with an attitude because she found out that Dennis was filming with Drew and he chose opportunity over family. There we are with that family shit again, girl. If you don't shut the fuck up.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Porsha. Girl. So then they do a little line dancing. And then everybody's trying to figure out what's wrong with Porsha. What's wrong with Porsha? What's wrong with Porsha? They come back drunk from whiskey tasting. They talked about how was the whiskey tasting. Angela says that at the whiskey tasting, Brisket shared with her how she felt like I came across as the victim and that you shared the sentiments. She shared the sentiments with you, after you called me victimina, right? And then she goes, honestly, I don't understand how that. I don't understand. Like, it's so funny because Angela earlier, when the girl said that she was a victim, she was like, okay, I guess if you want to call me a victim. But then fast forward to this table, she's like, I don't understand how I came across as a victim. I don't even understand why. I mean, I said I kind of understood what you were saying, but matter of fact, I don't understand what you were saying. So what do you mean I was coming across as the victim? And then Porsha goes, oh, I forgot. Like, and then she's like trying to ignore her. She doesn't want to talk to her. She's acting like she has an attitude. And I was like looking at the television. I was like, this is the anchor. Is this the anchor y'all was talking about? Mrs. Guabadia, the anchor of the show. When I tell you this girl is a flop, when I tell you that's y'all queen, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Let's keep going because I don't want to spend too much time on this. So she said, Shamia chimes in and says, "Oh, she says you were gaslighting." And she was like, "Well, how am I gaslighting?" And I'm like, it's so funny how these women are using phrases and terms and cannot verbalize the example of the phrase that you're using. Gaslighting, who's gaslighting? How was Angela gaslighting? How was she? She was playing the victim and she was gaslighting. So how? What did she do? Y'all just saying shit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck you be saying, girl. That's why I was glad Angela was like, girl, how was I tell me, how was I gaslighting? And she's like, well, you don't want to be held accountable. She was like, okay, yeah, okay, I don't want to be held accountable. But when do we hold Porsha accountable? When does Porsha get held accountable? Kelly, didn't you have a question for her? Did she ever answer your question? Right. While we focused on me over something so stupid, let's talk about the real elephant in the room with that trunk and that badunk over there sitting across the table, not wanting to say anything, but you the anchor of the show. Girl, when I tell you Porsha is tired and through, tired. She was like, well, the world wants to know. And then she goes, you can kiss my ass or something like that. And then she was like, oh no, the world can kiss your ass. I want Angela to kiss my ass. She was like, no, you first. I don't want to kiss that fix a flat in Portia's butt. And then Portia's like trying not to like, I don't know, she is like producing herself. She's like, I don't know, they're not catching her say the things that she's saying. Like, I don't know why they don't have a camera on her, but every time she talks, It's almost like you can't really see her move her mouth. She's doing stuff, moving her hand over her mouth. She's really producing herself. And I was like, this girl is a trip. This girl is really a trip. This is y'all queen. They were like, Drew, are you good? Are you straight? She was like, you straight. She was like, well, Drew, I'm gonna go. Shamia was like, well, you don't have to go. She was like, well, I'm gonna go because this is immature. And Drew was trying, I don't know what Drew was trying to do. Oh, I brought you something. I know the story. This is what's going on the show. Porsha is acting like she's upset because Drew and Dennis are filming, and Dennis chose opportunity over family. You mean like the opportunity you took to marry Simon Guobadia? The same opportunity over family? You chose that man over your daughter? PJ is your family. Did you choose that opportunity over your family? Girl, she couldn't say nothing to me. You chose that opportunity, didn't you, over your family? Too bad the head of the family is a loosey goosey, pushing her daughter in front of everybody, trying to be able to eat pizza for days on somebody else's sheets. Porsha can't go back to that house. I told y'all that lady got a nigga over there. Didn't I tell you she had a nigga over there? Yep. So that's what she's mad about. Dennis is gonna hear about it, she said. Drew said this is immature. I'm out of here. I guess I don't know. Did Drew stay? I don't know. Did Drew stay? I don't know. Did she stay or she left? I don't know. So Angela goes to bed. They're all by the pool. Angela hears them by the pool talking about her. And then she also heard, I think, and Kelly heard, she better watch out for I fuck her husband. That's what Porsha said. They're talking about her, the way she dresses, I think she said, and Charles, and she will fuck her husband. And then in the morning, they were getting ready to leave, and well, Angela ended up going downstairs. She was like, "Fuck that! I'm not about to record them. I'm about to go downstairs and confront them." So what was you saying now? And then Porsha gets her things. That passive aggressive that stuff that Porsha does is very weird. It's very weird. I don't see how she doesn't get beat up more often. I don't understand how she does that. Um, and I think a lot of people just allow her to move the way she does. It's very odd. The next day when they get up, Kelly walks over to Angela. They're sitting there with all their luggage and stuff like that. Kelly walks over to Angela. Angela's like, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to talk. Y'all was down there at the pool, twerking, acting a fool. Like, and what's crazy is knowing that y'all down at the pool doing all that twerking, jumping in the water, doing all that stuff, it's all fake. It's like they're telling you to do that so you can have some footage and stuff like that, and you guys are just, I don't know, it's just all fake. It's really weird. And Angela was like, they're Portia's puppets, honey. I call them the puddles, the little shallow bits of people running around going up for Porsha and her antics and her shenanigans. Portia's puddles. That's what I heard. You heard it here first. Portia's little shallow fan base, because there's nothing you can like about Porsha outside of her fucking weave and her butt and maybe how she dresses. There's nothing else that you can like about that lady. Nothing about her personality. She might have, I mean, everybody is funny every now and again, can say something funny every now and again, but she's a weirdo. I'm like, this woman is weird. And then what you're mad about, it's like nothing. It's like literally nothing. We have nothing to talk about. That was the episode. Porsha pouting and them acting like it's okay to sit around a woman and say, had Kenya said some shit like that, y'all are still on Kenya's ass for saying that Apollo was fine in her confessional. Y'all still mad at Kenya, but Peach Juice can run around and say the things and move the way she does and know, and everybody still goes up for it. I think they do because she is shallow. She's not smart. She's not a threat. She's not like, it's very weird how that behavior is like, it's okay. It's fine. And she can run around and not like produce. We have a show to make. If you have a problem with Angela, why don't you say it out of your mouth and verbalize it? What is this acting like you're so hungry and you need to feed your face and you don't want to talk? And it's like, we're producing a show. If you're mad, why don't you say what you're mad about? Why don't you have the back and forth? Why don't you? Instead of like shutting down and being quiet, and now everybody's asking you, what's wrong, Porsha? What's wrong, Porsha? What's wrong, Porsha? Girl, fuck Porsha, girl. Fuck that weirdo. That's where I am with it. And this is the anchor. This is the anchor of the show, Porsha. She don't even want to talk over there at the table on mute. Girl, I don't that's all I have. That was the end of the episode. It wasn't that like, ooh, Angela just heard, Porsha said something about Charles and then said she will fuck her husband. So, and Angela, I'm letting you know now, I'm not, she probably could fuck your husband. Porsha could fuck a lot of people's husbands, right? It's not Porsha, it's the husbands, right? A lot of women can fuck a lot of y'all husbands. Not y'all, but y'all and some of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a great feat to be able to fuck somebody's husband, because these niggas will fuck whoever will allow them to. Most men will, like 99.999% of men will, as long as you let them, they will. Okay? They don't give a fuck what it looked like, the shape of it, the size of it, the color of it, the pattern of it. They don't care. So her saying Porsha threatening to fuck somebody's husband is not a great feat. Please be clear. But the fact that she could say that, Shamia sitting there, Brisket is sitting there. You had a problem. Had Kenya had said some shit like that, like you guys were literally sitting at the bank or the vault or whatever the fuck that place is, and wrote on a card asking Kenya, why are you so concerned with married people's business? But you got Porsha sitting right there. But the question goes to Kenya. Okay, that's rare. Well, that's weird. That's weird. Um, yeah, when do we hold Porsha accountable? When does Porsha get held accountable? That's what Angela wanted to know. I want to know the same thing. Y'all let me know. I'm with Angela. And as soon as you get confronted, you want to gather your talent thing and scurry out because here comes a camera and you want to scurry out. Like I don't like it. I don't like it. But this is your show. They said last week was a series, not a season, a series low. When have they ever been so low that in 16 seasons? That was the lowest in 16 seasons. I don't know. I don't know. The people every week it gets lower and lower and lower. The people are just not interested. And it does seem like this is like Porsha and her puddles and puppets. Like this is like a show around Porsha, and it's like the storylines are not really, it's like, and we know that it's not real because you're mad at Dennis for filming. Girl, go suck his dick, since that's what he loves to do to keep his body count down. Go do that, because that's probably more interesting than what we got going on over here. And then maybe next season we can put you on a poster board at the Down to the Hair Spa. Anyways, so that was it for the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of it. Like I said, it wasn't really much. Those are all the notes that I had. Let me see if I can go to this here. I'll read a couple of comments that we can try to, like, pad this review. because it's not too much. Let's see. Said that you and Portia shared the same sentiment. What did you coin it last night? Victimlina? My next name is Victimina. Everybody, Victimina.
She said you be gaslighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell me how. That's what I want to know. How am I gaslighting? Ask you a question. You hear Shamia? When I tell you Portia got her hand up your ass and you be talking for her, Portia is a ventriloquist and you a puppet, a lapdog, a puppet lapdog. That's crazy as hell. Shamia, you are weak. I've been telling y'all, I keep looking at Shamia. And pretty soon we gonna, cause there was a scene in the episode where Shamia is talking to her husband about something going on with her daughter. And in this moment, she feels like this is just another indication of why she should give her husband a son. He deserves it. Girl, we on you next. We on you next, trying to risk everybody's life to give your fucking husband a son. Girl, you have 2 children already. He's good. He's good. They can keep his name. You know, they can keep his name. They can continue the family name by keeping his name, and not, when they get married, not changing their name. They can keep their father's name going, if that's what you guys are looking for. You think that only a man can keep on the father's name? Kept my father's name. If you get married, you tell your daughters to keep their father's name. Simple as that. Stop risking women's lives so that your husband can have a son, because you're a fucking weirdo people pleaser for a psychopath. Girl, cut it out. It's time to fucking grow up, Shamia. We're done with this. I think this is enough evidence to see that you need to be in therapy for the people pleaser and the weak fucking boundaries, and get it cracking. Get the boundaries set. You already have a baby who has special needs. I'm done talking. Shamia, I'm on you. You already have a baby who has special needs, and you want to give your husband a son because you're a people pleaser. Now, every time some Portia wants to pout, you over there, come, speaking for her. Girl, cut it out. Every time. That's why I got my eye on her. That's why I'm like, I don't, the flashy, the Rolls Royce and the big house, that shit, that square feet don't move me. Girl, that's cute. It's nice. Ooh, it's nice. But I'm looking at the character. I'm looking what you go up for. I'm looking what you support, what you encourage, what you uplift. That's what I'm looking at. Fuck that house. Bitch, look at your crew. Look at your home girl, your BFF. That's your BFF. She's not yours, but you definitely hers. Because every time it's time for Portia to talk, there's Shamia. Knock, 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 like a goddamn puppet. Portia's hand right up your ass. You said that you and Portia shared the same sentiments. What did you coin it last night? Victimlina? My next name is Victimina. Everybody, Victimina.
She said you be gaslighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell me how. That's what I want to know. How am I gaslighting? Ask you a question. How am I gaslighting? This is part of the show, right? Angela knows the assignment. How am I gaslighting? This is the part where Portia is supposed to have dialogue, right? Because we are filming a show, and if there's conflict, let's resolve it. But instead, Portia wants to put something in her mouth. She don't know what's going on unless there's a dick in it, right? Didn't Kenya tell her that? We don't know. Portia don't know what she's saying unless there's a dick in her mouth. And here she is stuffing her mouth, and she doesn't want to have the conversation. This is why the show is not, she cannot be an anchor. She can't. You can't even have dialogue with Angela when she's really trying to like go back and forth. So tell me, how am I gaslighting? Tell me, how am I victim? Explain yourself. Let's hear your rationale, you fucking weird bitch. Let's hear it. But you can't control yourself. You want to fight Angela at the table, so you have to just be quiet. Portia's whack. Sorry, y'all. She's whack. Remember. You said that you and Portia shared the same sentiments. What did you coin it last night? Victimlina? My next name is Victimina. Everybody, Victimina.
She said you be gaslighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tell me how. That's what I want to know. How am I gaslighting? Ask you a question. How am I gaslighting?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I just feel like you wanted Drew to come, even though Portia
was like, she's not invited.
She's never told me that.
On the call, she actually did say everybody that's on this call is invited.
Okay, but she did not say Drew wasn't invited. So maybe
Drew wasn't on the call.
Maybe Drew missed the call.
Drew, did you miss the call? I wasn't on the call. Were you invited to the call?
Why isn't Porsha talking? Why is everybody speaking for her? It's a 42-year-old woman.
If I offended you in any way, I apologize. If she doesn't hear me, but maybe you can't. But I really want to know.
And she's trying to talk to her, and Portia's looking like this, turning away and looking away from her. Crazy. I'm telling you. But this is the anchor.
One who's held accountable.
I don't think that's true.
Why am I the only one who's held accountable?
Kelly, you asked the question initially. Did you get the answer? Yes, tell me.
So my question was, why did she take that woman's husband? That's two separate situations.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
We don't want to deflect right now.
No, we're not. Accountability is accountability.
I got my answer.
No, I'm talking about Porsha being accountable. The world wants to know. I don't think the world got that answer.
I think we should move on, you guys.
No,
so,
let's stay on it.
Angela's question.
I want Angela to kiss my ass. That's what she said.
Okay. Well, I think we should just move on, you guys.
The rest of the world can kiss your ass. Girl,
you first.
Really? That's how you feel?
That's how we feel.
That's how I feel. That's literally what she said. And mocked her.
Oh, you want to give me your ass?
It's so funny because Angela's looking at the producers and the people like, are we doing this for real? Like, is she for real right now? You can kiss my ass. Okay, girl. And you still don't have to answer the question on why did you walk out of that lady's house with her husband and her Hennessy? You still haven't answered the question. When does Porsha have to answer questions? When does Porsha get held accountable? We hold Kenya Moore accountable for motherfucking her fucking zipper not being zipped all the way up on her dress. Y'all find, oh my God, she's insulting the world of zippers. Dumb shit, anything, just anything, dumb. But Porsha can say the shit she says, do the shit that she does, and never have to speak about it. And then the newbie asks her a question. She doesn't have to answer it. She walks away. And then Kelly, you sitting there talking about she already answered it. No, she didn't. When do you have to answer it? When do you get held accountable?
To kiss. I don't want to kiss Fitz or flat. Why do I have to kiss your ass when I'm just asking the question that everybody wants to know?
I'm going to the ladies.
I don't understand the energy.
Okay.
The comments. Angela clocked everyone this season. She went down the line. Angela is that girl. She's giving Kenya shades. Porsha is bothered. Porsha thought she was going to come back to the show and be the queen bee since Nene and the OGs are gone. Simon stopped that filming in his home, and that stopped her storyline. Shamia got the storyline of the rich bitch. Angela got don't try me with the BS because I'm calling you out. Britt is the victim lady who plays victim in all her scenes. Cynthia is just as Nene called it, a fencer. I love Angela. Porsha seems bothered by her calm demeanor. I love Angela. She's here to stay, period. Angela's contract is getting renewed. Shamia really needs to be her own voice and let Porsha defend herself. Angela is going in and I love it. Porsha, please, that's a work trip. Production invited everyone. Baby, I would love to see some Angela, Nene, and Kenya interactions. Porsha is so childish. It's sad. Every time she has an issue with someone, she tries to alienate them from the show or group. So fucking high school. I love that Angela has emerged as a token of accountability for all them to take note of. She will not back down, nor will she be intimidated by the likes of these girls who seem to be puppets on a string for Porsha and her lies and deflection. Shamia acts different when Portia's around. Now, Porsha want to be quiet, but wasn't quiet when, you know what, let me hush, Team Angela. Angela is the reigning queen, and I'm here for it. Fix a flat is diabolical. Porsha is dragging this. What is Porsha doing on the show? Just like Cynthia. She's just here, not giving us anything. Porsha is bothered, child. I've never seen her bothered like this before, but when she gets in those confessionals, so a big dog talking about Angela. Angela clocks y'all to your face. Porsha is childish. Porsha, this is in French. Porsha, what? Porsha is jealous. She wants a good husband like Angela. Girl, y'all be, one thing I will tell y'all to not do is to throw a dig. Don't throw a dick, because when it comes back and hits you square between your fucking eyes, you're gonna be looking crazy and cross-eyed. So don't ever, one thing you do not do, but see, it's hard to do that in women who center men. Like that's usually the weapon, a dick, right? They're gonna throw a dick at you. My husband, girl. No, like I said earlier, if given the opportunity over family, Charles is going to take, a lot of these niggas take opportunity over family all the time. The way that Porsha took opportunity over her family, she took an opportunity to be with a scammer. People will take opportunity over dick and pussy, okay? Over everything. So don't throw Charles in anybody's face, because he, if given the opportunity and the possibility of not being caught, he might do some shit like that. So I wouldn't say that Angela has a good husband. Good is subjective, girl. It's very subjective. That's all I got for y'all. Tried to give y'all, try to pad this this thing up a little bit. Hold on.
Because I invited you. At one point, you guys were good friends. Mm-hmm. So I felt like I was aiding that on by bringing you here without her permission, and that's why I messed up. It was more of you playing the victim. No, how do I play the victim? All the heat I didn't catch it. I don't know how I play the victim. I'm trying, but that's the other thing. You're saying you were catching the heat. That's what being a victim is when you're thinking you were catching all the heat, and you'll act completely oblivious to what's going on. What?
That is not playing the victim. Acting oblivious to what's going on. Tell me, how am I playing the victim? Playing the victim where? When was I victimized? Who did something to me? Nobody did anything to me in order for me to play a role of a victim. A victim is when you act like something is being done to you, not when you act like I don't know what's going on. Bitch, don't tell me I'm playing the victim because I legitimately don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. How the fuck am I playing the victim? Me saying that I'm not playing the victim is not playing the victim. I don't like you weird bitches. Like, I couldn't be around no weird bitches like that. That whole energy, that's what I'm saying. Cynthia, you don't even belong there. You don't even belong there with these weird bitches. Mia, I just saw a clip of her with Shamia and Kelly. Mia is perfect in this group of women. Like, she fits perfectly. Take Kenya, take whatchamacallit out, Cynthia out, and put Mia Thornton in there. Perfect. Even if you listen to Brisket, she sounds like Mia. Just listen to them. That's why I called her Bea Thornton the other day. Yes. That's the vibe. Put her in there. If y'all want to fuck up, how completely just fuck up Real Housewives of Atlanta, add Mia Thornton to the cast and just go full on out Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop. Just do it. Just go all the way out for it. She's dating a guy in music. What's her name's with a ball player, Basketball Wives, a retired ball player. What's her name's with a scammer. Shamia's with a HVAC guy. Who else? Um, Brisket. I don't know what's going on with her. He looks like a stick up kid. I don't know what's going on with that guy. So yeah, just go all the way, just go all the way out and get her over there with that guy Ink. Perfect.
Porsha is actually hurt because I invited you. At one point, you guys were good friends. Mm-hmm. So I felt like I was aiding that on by bringing you here without her permission, and that's why I messed up. It was more of you playing the victim. Something like that has happened to her, unless y'all's picture is up there with a penis inside y'all's mouth in front of a room full of people. Come get at me when that happens. How would you come in when you've been in your house 3 days crying?
Girl, shut up. Don't nobody want. I have nothing to say about.
Worrying about how
Girl, we don't have nothing to say about Brisket. Anyways, y'all. So that was the end of the episode. I tried to like give you something else that was going on. Girl, I don't know. That we tried to pad it. So it's not really much to talk about. Just Porsha being a psychopath. That's it. Anyways, y'all take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.